Hello, it's Julie Evans, Animal Messages with Julie, and I am outside today on the road. So I am in a place called Belgium, but I'm in the USA. It's a Village of Belgium. And I'm outside a place called Ugly Mugs, which just opened on the Memorial Day weekend here in the USA. They close, the villages around here, things close at 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So they've closed at 6, but I'm using their outdoor patio. And there's a Subway sandwich shop a few doors down. So if you hear noises, that's people coming to get their dinner. And it's another interesting thing about Belgium is it's actually the home of Luxembourgers. They're from Luxembourg. They came over in the 1850s. And I don't know why they named their village Belgium when they're from the country of Luxembourg. So anyway, okay. So today's show was going to be about my new favorite toy. Okay. But we have Victoria on with Carter. But we'll show the toy first and then we'll begin to talk with Carter. Okay. So this is a Tuffy toy. And as you know, Holly here comes on quite a bit. She returned some things to PetSmart without a receipt. So they gave her a gift card and she gave it to me. So I've been experimenting with things. Now, this one for the big dogs is great. It's 2 toys in one. And of course, I have a little child, 5, 6 years old, riding a bicycle around in a circle in front of me. So this part was finished within 20 minutes. The stuffing was out of it. The squeaker was out of it. And that was with a husky. Okay. So that one, medium dogs will last. Hi, we're doing a show, a dog show. Yeah, sure. It's talking about dogs. Yes. And this is my new favorite toy. And then we're going to talk to Carter, who's living in California. Carter, and he humps things. He humps. So anyway, this is the banana peel. Can you go pick this up if I throw it and you bring it back to me? Okay, so this is great. The way it's stitched in the fabric, the dogs do the pulling and it hasn't ripped. So we do the tug of war with this. It was great. And then when you throw it, you're sitting on the sofa, right? You don't want to keep getting up. So it'll just fly through the air and not hit any of your things and knock it over like a ball can. So I'm going to throw it. I'll throw it in that direction and these children will go get it. See, watch, see if we go like this. Thank you very much, my assistants. See, it is fluffy, right? What do you think of it? There you go. It's for dogs. Yeah.
I will be back. I have to get my stuff to wrap up from.
Okay. Okay.
I'll be right back.
That's Victoria. She's in California. We never know what's going to happen. Okay. So, Carter now. Oh, I brought my notepad. So we can write down what Carter has to say. Carter. Oh, Carter just said, I want one of those. He wants one of these banana peels. Okay. He loves, like, I love to chew. Oh, yeah. Be great for the pitties because they love that feeling in their jaw and their mandible when they're pulling on something and chewing on something. Okay, Carter, my love. He said, I don't know where I am, but you told me. It covers the wind's blowing. But you told me I'm in a condo. Okay, yes. You're in somebody's house, love. Okay. And what is happening here, he said. What's happening here is you're going to be with this lady for a short time, for we don't know exactly how long. And then you will meet other people, other humans, and go where you're assigned. Okay.
Excuse me, can you hold this for a sec? Then I can get my tips in here.
Oh, yes, I can help you out.
Thank you.
Okay. Ride safe, guys. All right. See you later. He loves both animals and kids. They just come up, you know, the boundaries, and then they just go. So you're going to be there for a while, and then you're going to go to what's called a forever home. Oh, he said, okay, so this is my temporary den. Yes, this is your temporary den. He said, so am I traveling? Yes, you are traveling in your life. Transition is what humans call it. Oh, like winter to summer, he said. Oh, okay. There must be something in their genetics or their ancestral line that teaches them about this. Winter to summer. Okay. All right. Now with the humping, love. Yeah, I like to do it. And the humans don't like that done on their body. Why not? It makes them anxious. Oh, like a big cat. Oh yeah, like having a big cat around. Yeah, it makes them in. Yeah, because the judgment, the fear. Right, exactly. So humans have their things too. So it's similar to that feeling when a big cat is around. Yes, yes. Oh, so, oh, I'm not going to do that anymore, but you might have to remind me. Okay. So the key is then if we tell him, because he might forget and do it, is that it it makes me feel like a big cat is around. Like that. Because that makes them really anxious, and so that, yeah. And so okay. He asked, can I still do it on other things? I said, well, let's ask Victoria. So, hi.
No, no, off, 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 Carter.
Carter,
Off.
I'm right here. I'm right here, sweetie. She doesn't want kisses?
Off.
Not right now. No, she
Off.
doesn't want kisses right
Off.
now. No, she doesn't want kisses right now, love. Thank you, sweetie. What is this energy? Okay, thank you, sweetie. Okay. It's like energy in both places, one in California and one in Wisconsin here with the kids. It's like that same energy. I'm like, what is happening here? But now he's on. So what Victoria can he hump on?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Is there a particular ottoman?
No. I mean, there's really no place for him to hump in here. I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't think there is a good humping spot for him.
Yeah. Is there like an old pillow or something?
No.
Yeah. You might need like a humping spot. Like, you like doing this. It's, it's enjoyable. We can't completely cut it out until after he's fixed because it's there, and but we can limit it to a certain spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And remind him about the big cat, that it makes you feel like there's a big cat around when he comes up to your leg. Because we have, as humans, we have judgment, which is why we don't allow animals to do that. They think it's so strange that we don't smell each other's crotches. They're like, how do you get the information? And I'm like, Facebook. I don't. It's like true. They're like, one was like, well, what happens if you try to do that? And I'm like, they take you off. They'll lift the child off the person. You can't go near that area. And so the dogs don't have those rules that we have in place. And that has to be explained to them that we have the rule, and it makes us feel, nervous, and like he explained it, like, oh, a big cat's around. Yeah, like we're being watched, like it's something inappropriate, like, oh no, and he understood that. So we hit on something he understood. Let's see what else.
Could anything mentioned about where he came from?
Okay.
Yeah, he's sort of mysterious. I'm trying to figure out kind of what his life has been like.
Carter, what's been going on? Okay, I'm here now. Where were you before this? I don't know. Oh, he's showing me like a kennel. Yeah. Was it really hot or was it cold? Was really hot. Was really hot. Okay. Why am I feeling? Okay, what is that about? Is that Carter's? That is Carter's. Okay. All right. Like right here, like straight through, I'm feeling like sharp pain going straight through my head right there.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's Carter's. Carter, is that from your kennel cough thing? Is that, did you always have that? Oh yeah, and it's right through my eye, like here, and right through my eye that hurts. Is that right now, Carter? No, that was before. Was before. Okay. So yeah, before he had, what I'm feeling is like if you cut off my head, I wouldn't have pain. So it was all in the head and through the eye. No, I'm not certain if it was a sickness or if it was getting hit. But it definitely hurt like a Dickens. Is there anything, Carter, that makes you want to go under the table? Yes, everything. Okay. That is why she is so important to me. That's why you, Victoria, are so important to him. Okay. She's my protector. Okay. So he's kissing up to you and wanting to make sure you get these kisses and proper hellos and okay, yeah. Okay. So everything scares you. Yeah. Do you remember having a mama dog? Yes. Do you remember she went away? Did she walk away or did someone pull her away? Okay. Destroy. There we go. So what I just did is I uncreated and destroy what is holding up fear and fear of abandonment. Because he told me that his dog mom had been pulled away from the litter. And he was afraid of everything. And you're his protector. So it just, after I uncreated that, it went whoosh. So now his attachment will be more reasonable. Or I should say, let's see what shifts. I don't want to put any conclusion on it, projection on it on him, which will make him, as you know, Victoria, easier to adopt. Because we can't have him like, as a foster. It is a fine line because they get attached to you, but we can't have him be like, she's my only protector in the whole world kind of a thing. Because you'll get him to a point where he can go into his forever home. Oh yeah. And then that's when the headache is starting to dissipate too. So, okay. His headache was also stress related, like from that fear of abandonment, which humans have, by the way. And that's where I was trained. That's where I learned it. And even on myself. Um, there we go. Okay. He said, I sleep now. Okay, love. And maybe maybe Victoria gets you your FOMO, your foster mom, some humping area. Like you have one thing that you can hump on, but not her. Yeah, big cat. Yeah, big cat. That's what makes the humans feel like, all the humans, not just Victoria, all the humans feel like there's a big cat lurking around when a dog humps on them. That's why they don't like it. It makes them like, oh, it's, it's a long explanation over our human anthropology. So we won't get into that, Carter, but just, yeah. Oh, sweetie pie. He's like, oh, thank you so much. I didn't know what I was going to do before. Oh, sure, babe. He said, can Abby and Wally come be with me? I'm like, oh, sure. Oh, Abby said yes, but I'm really busy right now. What about Wally? Wally's like, sure, I can. Okay. And Wally's up in Alberta, Canada, and Abby's in Wisconsin. And Abby was born blind and deaf, and albino. She's all white. And she's a cocker spaniel. And she lives with 2 other cocker spaniels and humans. And because her senses are limited in hearing and sight, her other senses energetically are through the roof. And so she serves the other dogs by going and spending time with them when they're struggling, transition time. Okay, because my eyes open. Okay. So now the human me is back. And now it's all quiet in the parking lot. So how is he now, Victoria?
It's good. It's just checking things out.
Good.
Good boy.
It's a good boy. Yeah, and you take in the bigger dogs and the pitties, and yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Holly's still here. Oh, Holly is still here. Holly, do you have anything to ask? She's probably on. I barely heard you, Holly.
At the moment.
You got some cats on you?
No, I wish I did. I have a kitty here, kitty
Yeah.
there, and kitty behind the curtain.
Elwood's behind the curtain, yeah, his window. It's forever
No.
watching.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm about to wrap up. If it's okay with everybody. Yeah.
I'm glad you got to meet Carter, my new recruit. He's special.
Yeah, he is. Oh, he's a doll. He almost makes me cry that he's such a doll. And now he's had like this transformation over this mini session with that. We got to that fear of abandonment that mama dog was like dragged away from him. And that was feeding all this anxiety and fear. And I don't know what's going on. And I'm scared of everything. So I have to hump. I'm scared of everything. So I'm going to hump everything.
Well, they think he's about 3, but he's real skinny and bony and emaciated. So I think he's been in a home before, but he's been been out on his own for a while because he's real. So we're trying to fatten him up a little bit.
Good. And he's got that kennel cough too, which means he wasn't taken to the vet regularly, correct?
Well, he's been in boarding for about a month.
Yeah.
Probably got it in boarding since he was picked up in the shelter. Do you know what I mean? He probably picked it up around there. But he's real skinny. So he was probably kind of on his own
the street.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of scabs all over him, cleaning him up. So he's been,
He hasn't had regular baths no. Not that dogs need many baths, but yeah. And then there's not a lot of rain where you are, correct?
No.
No, so he doesn't get naturally washed off either. No. He seems like a very happy guy.
He's very chill and sweet and gentle, except for the humping. He's very gentle.
It's very gentle.
Aggressive. Humping.
Yeah.
He's funny because I haven't just because I have just been taking him out to the courtyard. Partly because he pulls on his leash and I'm going to do some training with him, but just while he's settling in, and also he gets very excited to see other dogs. He really just wants to play, but he pulls, so he seems reactive. So for right now, I'm just keeping him, to himself until we can do some leash work. But yeah, he just wants to play and have fun. I think he's been on his own for a while.
Yeah, so I just asked him, when you see other dogs, what's happening? And he wants to acknowledge them. That's similar to my Chica was having been marginalized. When they see another dog, they want to make sure they're acknowledged, like, hey, I see you, how you doing? Okay, all right, like that, because they don't want any other dog to feel abandoned, how they felt. But they get really, it looks reactive, and it can look really strong and almost aggressive at times because there's some like, hi.
And I think that's the thing too, why I want to be careful with him, because he's a pitty and he looks like a pitty, and and so people get nervous, and I don't know him well enough with fosters until I know them and I can trust their behavior. I like to just protect them by keeping them out of situations that they could, might not, that neither of us might be able to handle. So
because it's usually ends up being a people issue where somebody will come up or they'll bring their little dog too close, or so, it's just something, and you're like, whoa, until we've got them on a voice command, we need to, 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet, whatever. Pitties can move pretty fast.
yeah. I just feel like with young male pitties, it's important to protect, do you know what I mean? I've got to keep them out of situations, that they might not be able to handle.
It is the thing, like, because of their reputation, the human can get anxiety when they see that animal coming up to say hello, that's off leash, or maybe the leash is dragging behind them, and then they get nervous. Then the pity goes, oh, I guess it's on, because I'm sensing the energy that it's on, and then it's on. Yeah, it's that projection thing of the human in their mind, and then the pity picks it up, and then it actually does happen. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So good to see you.
I know. We're trying to do it outside. And I want to promote the Ugly Mugs in Belgium, Wisconsin, where the Luxembourgers live. And it turned out like now it's perfectly quiet. Children and animals, all of a sudden, they just were like, and they were riding the bicycle around me. It's like, now they're gone. Okay, excitement, whatever. They were just drawn to you. Yeah, thank you for being a foster mom. That's she takes them into her heart and then she lets them go. So people, that's what foster moms do with these dogs. So, and without them, the dogs can't be rehomed. They have to have that middle ground where they're trained and socialized. And so we need, people like Victoria are very important to the animal world, to the pet world. Yeah. And so thank you very much. Okay. All right. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Night. Thank you so much.